now you're in the Will Smith situation where you don't want to get divorced, right? You want to stay with these women forever. It's
how do we know if he wants
catch-22.
to? Might not have
I
a
don't
choice.
think Will wants to
That's
stay
what I was
with
just
her.
gonna say. I don't think
I mean, come on, enough is enough.
I think it's a Hollywood
Listen,
thing.
you say Will absolutely wants to stay with this woman.
I'm with the lead attorney on this one. Will Smith does not want to leave Jada Pinkett. He just wants her to make the bleeding stop, but she's the one who's causing the bleeding, so it ain't gonna work. But he don't want to leave.
You think so?
He has the resources to get rid of her. Here's the thing. For you guys who don't know me, mucho gusto, right? I am the lead attorney, 20-year divorce attorney. I've been doing divorces for my entire adult career. I know for a fact that if Will Smith wanted a divorce, there are tons of divorce attorneys that would line up to take his case. He don't want to go to him. Now, why not? Because just like you said, it's cheaper to keep her. Also, Will might have some psychological stuff going on.
You know he
At
does.
the end of the day, he does not want to divorce this woman because if he did, he could do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
You think so?
In a heartbeat.
If he wanted
If he
to, sure.
divorces her, do you disagree with this? She would take a third of his money.
We don't know what they
Half.
said.
When they're done, a third of what he has will be gone. I'm talking about the lawyer fees, what she gonna get, all that.
It could be, she could take 75% of what he has.
How,
Let's-
Sway?
First of all, let's look at what he has. I mean, once you put the attorney's fees and all this other stuff in there, it's going to get deep, right?
So she's saying when she went there, she didn't go as his wife. She was in shock when he used that word. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. And she said in one crazy interview, because she's only done it in one, where she said, I went there not considering not being his wife and left being his wife. And I said to myself, man, I really love this man. And I'm like,
What
for
a
what?
funky bitch.
Like, for what? That he ruined his career?
Why you think you at the awards? Because
You
they
let-
was like, oh, we gotta have Jada here.
You let him ruin his career. That's even worse. You should have threw yourself on the floor in front of him as he was walking up to that man.
Let that sink in that she only truly can feel like she loved him when she succeeded in destroying him. When he destroyed his career on behalf of her, that made her say, wow, I think I actually love him. Like the Chris Rock movie, I Think I Love My Wife. She's when she saw him ruin himself, or when she ruined him, then she said, you know what? I think I love my husband just a little bit.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. It's not even
that's too
Jada's
much.
fault. It's not even Jada's fault.
Oh, I want to hear this.
This is 100% on Will. And let me tell you why.
Yeah,
Because
we wanna know.
what did we just talk about? We talked about how men typically are ambivalent to marriage. Men, we'll stay with a woman for 50 years, not get married. We don't get. It's usually the women that's dragging us to the altar. This situation was reversed. It was against nature. Jada was constantly telling this man that she didn't want to get married.
That is true.
Jada was constantly telling this man that she didn't believe in monogamy. If a woman from the outset is telling you that she doesn't believe in traditional roles, and then you go ahead and marry her, it's almost like whatever comes after that is your fault because you're going against nature.
Two things are true at the same time. That's why, even though what he said is he's accurately describing Will, but I personally don't like to go down that route. I'm not saying the lead attorney is doing it for this reason, but a lot of people go down that route to try to remove agency from the woman. Like, hey, if you allowed it, then hey, no. We can let's accurately describe her as what she is, and then prosecute her bare minimum in the court of public opinion, because all the crazy psychotic aspects of female nature, a lot of it is not necessarily illegal. The stuff that's wrong with male nature is illegal and they get locked up for it. But we'll never lock a woman up for the conniving, deceitful nonsense that they do, the stuff that Jada is doing. They'll never get locked up for that. But she still will be properly prosecuted in the court of public opinion. That's where I'm at with that. So that's why, even though the lead attorney is saying is accurate, I don't go that route.
Women who don't want to get married, who don't believe in monogamy, who don't believe in having some type of partnership like that, what do you expect?
That's
this is
true.
exactly what you could have predicted on their wedding day.
That is true.
How is this her fault when she told this man from the jump, this is what it is?
I agree.
See,
Listen,
He
go
said-
ahead, Craig.
I agree because we're supposed to be accountable, but she's a covert narcissist. I look at it the other way. I feel like she gave him enough of her to get this economic stability that she needed because she was a mid to low level actress and she would never be as successful as him. So I feel like she put on a mask just until she got to a point where she had, kind of the power she needed to be able to do what she's doing now, which is basically destroy him for forcing her to deny herself. And it, my bad.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just feel like, man, at the end of the day, everybody knows she, everybody don't know, but we assume that she really wants to be with a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's common knowledge that. So I feel like she, she just is looking at a way to completely destroy him before she leaves.
Well, you say she's wearing this mask. She's a covert narcissist. How is it covert if she was telling this dude the whole time?
I can't wait to say what I got to say about it.
Right? How is it a mask if she's showing this man this is what it is? She's having. You say she wants to have sex with women, which could absolutely be the case. She's obviously having sex with men. She's got kids with Will. She's having sex with the young dude. Yeah. She's all over the place. Her
son's friend. We don't say that.
Friend.
The reason I say that it's covert is because she was willing to sacrifice her preferences for gain. At that time, her sexuality wasn't as important as her financial stability.
Right. She did what she had to do, even though she didn't want to do it. She secured the bag. She got him. But now that it's this far upfield now. So that's she's going AWOL while still out on the battlefield. That's what's happening.
But this is a different case. She got the money. Why does she want? What is her hatred of this man?
Yeah, like why you keep continually?
See, that's the thing.
Talk like that about
she
him?
was saying that she was crying at the wedding.
Oh, she said she was drugged down. You just dragged me down. That's I don't want to be drugged down.
Of course she's going to take it out on this dude. Of course she's going to embarrass him. She doesn't really want to be in the marriage. She didn't want to be in the marriage from the start. Will is the one, you're going to be my wife. And, are you married?
See, my thing is, if she don't want to be in it from the start, there's advantage in leaving. Women do it all the time. They leave rich men all the time. They walk away with the bag. She want to leave. She want to walk away with the bag, but she want to be attached to that name for her career. You can't divorce Will Smith and still be Jada Pinkett Smith. No, you just Jada Pinkett, a failed actress from the 90s and early 2000s. So she's just going to sit there. She's going to stay in it and while leaving it while torturing him. That's what's happening.
Yeah, like why you keep continually?
But see, that's the thing.
Talk like that about
she
him?
was saying that she was crying at the wedding.
Oh, she said she was drugged down. You just dragged me down. That's I don't want to be drugged down.
Of course she's going to take it out on this dude. Of course she's going to embarrass him. She doesn't really want to be in the marriage. She didn't want to be in the marriage from the start. Will is the one, you're going to be my wife. And, are you married now? Are you with somebody? No, well, you're mine now. He was the one that put the full court press.
We had a T-shirt that say Will Smith, King Beta Male.
I mean, that's the thing, right?
I agree, but
it's like, come on.
That lady.
If your wife, your future wife, is crying at the wedding because she doesn't want to marry you, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
but you got her sounding like a hostage, man. I mean,
let me tell you.
She had to take dick.
Listen, let me tell you something about these young women, man. Young women, and we all know this as dudes. They are susceptible to pressure. They are susceptible to societal pressure, peer pressure. If her family's telling her, this is Will Smith, he's got paper, all of this and all that, right? Because, the mama in there, the aunts in there talking.
I agree with what you said about them being susceptible to pressure. But listen, all that is until they get you. Once they get you, they don't give in to pressure. Like you say, her and her attorney are going to try and bring you down. In fact, 100%. It is the job of the attorney to make sure that she leaves with all your works.
100%. The most she can get.
That's right.
The most she can get is absolutely true.
That's crazy.
Like, I agree that she succumbed to the pressure of marrying a rich man that she didn't want to marry. But even then, that's succumbing to the pressure to marry a millionaire? Why they never succumb to the pressure of being a decent woman to that man? Like they don't succumb to that pressure. There is some societal pressure on women to actually be a good wife and mother. Even if y'all got some crazy open relationship, the relationship is open, but your mouth can be closed. You ain't got to be running your mouth talking about everything you're doing all the time.
Here's the thing,
That's
though, man.
accurate.
That's why I talk about the covert aspect, because she's flipping everything to where she's the victim.
Right.
She's complicit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. That's true.
if you
He made me do this.
Yeah.
Jada's an opportunist, no disrespect, but this is just what it looks like on the outside. I think if she was successful, she would be Ellen DeGeneres. Like if she had paper, she would be fucking nigga. She'd be Ellen, Queen Latifah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just think she submitted and sacrificed who she thinks she is for what she can gain financially, and now she think Will has to pay for this emotionally, in every possible way. You know, so
I'm just going on a limb and just say this. I think she's the average woman. And if somebody thinks that, Corey, you wrong for that, I can take that criticism. I don't know many women that don't act like her. Most women act like her, man.
I don't know, man.
You wanna see what they say
having
is
her kid
somewhat
write
of
the
his-
letter to Tupac.
I'm
like,
That's
come
crazy.
on,
Okay, it is
man.
extreme.
Yeah,
It is
come on.
extreme.
All
You're right.
all
Or to even currently say, and to currently say that was her soulmate while you're still married to
and
this
now she's
man.
starting to look like the nigga Pac
know
too.
what?
So I mean, all that shit.
But I'm saying, like, the letter to Tupac, this is what I definitely want to say. Okay, that's one of them things that bitches do.
Oh, to have your child?
A
That's
bitch will
little-
send her
that's some
child to
special
come
kind of
get
thing.
dog ashes.
Right.
Because the bitch don't talk to you no more. This is what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know many women who do righteous things.
Do you think that there's women who
I
once
think they do the easy shit and play victim almost every time.
I agree. Do you think
Marrying Will Smith is easy.
you think there's women who once they realize that their man is weak, that they try to destroy the kids and the man, like the family? Because I really feel like innately in women is a disdain and a disregard for all things weaker than them. You know, like how house cats, anything smaller than a house cat is gonna kill, or it's gonna bully around. I feel like women are the same way. So when a woman feels like she's an emotional giant in comparison to her man, I feel like something clicks in them where they feel like they gotta destroy this family, the kids and everybody, so they can get them out of the way and get a more suitable man to put her in a position to be a woman, I guess. So, you know.
Do they ever find the boy?
Never. They never find it.
No, they don't. But no, he spit some bars. But they live the rest of their life on the hunt to find this man who can handle them and put them in their place. And basically what that ends up amounting to is that dude who gonna put hands on them. That's essentially what that's the dark road he was going down. That's where that ends. So yeah.
Look at the kids. The kids are not, you know.
Let's do a case study on 30 random women from the hood.
But do you want to hear what they claim his response was to the book?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, we don't. We know that Will is going to put his money.
Why do
Is
we
that the
ask?
son?
Why? That's the
Yeah.
daughter.
He said, "Is that the son?"
Oh, shit.
That
Hold on. I couldn't tell if that was Will Smith's daughter or Magic Johnson's son. I didn't know what was going on. Oh shoot, that could be Jaden. We sure that ain't Jaden? You never know nowadays. We don't know who that is.
That's the letter when she had her write that letter. And I was like, dang, how old was she? 4? That letter looks
Look at
terrible.
that fucking letter, man.
I can't. It's like,
That's
like
crazy.
this
She
little
is
child.
killing Will. This is
Anyway,
like the
okay.
whole
She
cool.
killing Will and basically got a man turning over in his grave. We know how outspoken Tupac was. I know he's like, I wish I could speak on this.
She's so damaged. If she would have been with Pac, she would be doing him the same way right now.
Now,
But that
Pac-
letter would be the
Pac and
biggie.
Will are two different.
Hey, I don't even know his name, but he been spitting bars all day. He said that letter would be the biggie. If she never would have married Will, would have married Tupac, but would have had the daughter write the letter to Biggie. Oh man. Oh man.